Hey y'all, happy Thursday. So let's just dive right into it. Y'all know who I am, and if you don't, my name is Marlene Tillman, and I am a home-based travel agent. So I want to talk about travel insurance today. Okay. I know I may have talked about it before, and yes, I got bags under my eyes. I'm tired. I've been up since maybe 5 o'clock. It was the first day of school. Yes, and if you see this around my neck, I had to dig and find this. This is my total rewards card because I'm going to be going to the casino soon. So, all right. Anyway, enough about that. Let's go ahead and dive right in and talk about this thing called travel insurance. So, I actually have a policy that I did for somebody. Yes, I sell travel insurance. You want to hear the great thing about that? As a travel agent, you didn't even have to book your trip with me, and I can sell you some travel insurance. Yeah, as long as you can prove that you've booked the trip. So, this is a policy that I actually sold to somebody. First of all, I'm gonna tell you how much what it all covers. This policy covers trip cancellation up to 100% of the trip cost. It covers trip interruption up to 100% of the trip cost. So basically, if the trip is interrupted, it'll cover up until 100% of the cost. If it's canceled, let's see, travel delay. That's up to $300, basically, or $100 a day to 12 hours. That's trip delay. So say if the trip was delayed and maybe you needed to get maybe a hotel room or something like that, your travel insurance would actually cover that. If you miss your connection, up to $300 or 3 hours. So it's 3 hours up to $300. If you need it, there's a change fee up to $250. There is a reimbursement of miles and rewards points up to $250. There's also a baggage and personal effects. Baggage and personal effects up to $750. Which brings me to one of my clients actually lost their luggage. No, the airline lost their luggage just recently, and she had travel insurance. She actually forgot that she had it, and I had to tell her, remember, you have travel insurance. So it covered her things up to $750 because she got the minimal amount of travel insurance. Baggage delay, you can be reimbursed for up to $200 if your baggage is delayed for 24 hours. So if you have to go buy like some toiletries or an outfit or whatever, they'll reimburse you up to $200. Accident and sickness medical expense. So, I don't know if a lot of y'all know, but when y'all be taking these trips to Jamaica and Cancun and all of these places, if there was an accident or an illness, your travel insurance that you have in the U.S. does not cover you when you're in Mexico on a vacation, or if you're in the Bahamas on a vacation, it doesn't cover you. So this policy that I sold someone has $10,000 in medical coverage, sickness medical expense. Then emergency medical and evacuation repatriation. Do y'all know what repatriation is? I'm going to tell you what that is. Repatriation is in the event that, say you were in Jamaica somewhere, living it up, and you have to be evacuated, or 9 times out of 10, let me tell you something, especially on a cruise. Now, if you went over there with your passport, you good. But if you're on a cruise and you get stranded on on the island that the cruise decided to dock on, say you get left behind because you got sick or something, or you just got left behind, well, your travel insurance will cover that. Repatriation means returning you to your country. So they will get you in touch with the U.S. Embassy. They'll pay for you to get your birth certificate. If you don't have your birth certificate, you should have your birth certificate with you. So if you have your birth certificate, social security card, they'll get you over to the U.S. Embassy, and the cost of getting a passport so you could go back home, as well as your airfare, is all covered. So this policy that someone purchased from me was $16. This was the minimum policy that they got. They didn't even get the most expensive one. It covered all of that. So, you guys, that's really something to think about. I would rather need it and not have it. No, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I'm going to Vegas. Can I get travel insurance? You absolutely can get travel insurance, Rhonda. You absolutely can. Yes, you are smart. You are smart with the bug word. Love it. But, I mean, a lot of people just really don't realize that travel insurance is something that you really need, especially if you're traveling. You hear so many different stories on the news where somebody got stranded in another country. They didn't have travel insurance, and they're trying to take up various collections. I am happy to say that every single client of mine that has booked with me has purchased travel insurance. So I'm really happy about that. So I also want to let you know that if you book with me and you don't want to purchase travel insurance, you do have to sign a waiver saying that you don't want the insurance, and that's just basically to protect me. Travel insurance is just not for out of the country. It's to cover your trip, basically. It covers you. I can sell you a travel insurance packet that can cover you while you are on the way to the airport, and it's going to cover that. Say if you got into an accident or something like that, so your trip is delayed because you got into that accident, or you have to cancel your trip. I can sell you a travel insurance policy that's going to cover that. So yeah, it's not just for out of the country, Rhonda. That's a great question. It's for if you're traveling in the United States, or if you're in Europe. You could be in Europe. You can be in Paris. You know, you could be in Greece, over Santorini, enjoying the scenery. You could be in Monaco. You can be in Mexico. Your travel insurance will cover you. So, I just thought I would let you guys know that I love travel insurance. And if you're traveling and you don't have travel insurance, you are taking a huge risk. Okay, I really did not understand the importance of travel insurance until I got into the travel industry. And so every trip I purchase travel insurance because I don't know what's going to happen, you know. So that's that. Especially, right, if you're going to Compton, you're going to need some travel insurance. Right, Rhonda, right. Because I've been seeing the people been traveling to the rough neck of the woods, Compton and Chicago and things like that. So you need travel insurance. I heard the bullets be flying in Chicago. I heard they be flying in Chicago. I heard bullets be flying in DC. So it's a good thing to have. It is a good thing to have, and I'm happy to sell you travel insurance if you need travel insurance. You want to take a trip, I am certainly available to book that trip for you. Y'all have been keeping me booked and busy, and I sure appreciate it. Anyway, and if you want to get in on this $8 trillion industry, I can help you get started with that too. So it has been my pleasure talking to you guys about travel insurance and about travel, period. My name is Marlene, and travel is my business. You all have a wonderful Thursday night.